Next up in our small batch brewing series is beer number 9, Centennial Cascade with First Wort hops. Welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to have the first tasting of beer number 9. This is Centennial Cascade with First Wort hops. If you're not sure what First Wort hops are, it's after you start drawing your liquid from your mash tun, you add a certain percentage of the hops then. So before it gets to a boil, you're going to add 30 to 50% is what most people say, and usually it's going to be your late hop additions. But I wanted to start at the beginning, so on beer number 8 and beer number 9, I took the beginning, so the 60-minute addition, and that's what I use for my First Wort hopping. So on this one, this is using 2-row just like all the other ones. 2 pounds, 4 ounces of the 2-row, then 0.25 ounces of the Centennial for my First Wort hop. Then 10 minutes, we're doing 0.25 ounces of Cascade. 5 minutes, we're doing 0.25 ounces of Centennial. Then 3 days into dry hopping, we're doing 0.25 ounces of each. US-05 is still the yeast we're using. So let's go ahead and get into this bad boy and see what it tastes like. Now, beer number 8 is finished. I will do a side-by-side just to see kind of what we get. It wouldn't be a true side-by-side because they're not using the same hops, because that one for the First Wort hop used Cascade, this one's using Centennial. So this was bottled on 9/15 and came in at 7.12%. So this one is a little bit higher than beer number 8. Why? I don't know. Maybe it was the temperature in the mash-in was a touch lower or something. Maybe the yeast worked a little bit of overtime. It's not that big of a difference. And plus, with the home brewing supplies that we have, I use a refractometer. Maybe it wasn't at exactly 5.5 bricks. You know, it could have been a little bit higher, and that would have brought the ABV down a little bit and kept it at the same place. So let's go ahead and open this and see what we get. There we go. Get it into a glass. So this is just under a month old, just a couple days. This did use the 1.5 gallon glass carboy from Mr. Beer, so we're probably going to have some hop particles floating around in there as I just bottle directly out of that spigot, so it will flow in there. Head is pretty much gone. What I do have is white. Let's go ahead and look at the color. This is a brighter yellow than batch number 8. It's more cloudy. It's definitely hazy. I can see some bubbles coming up from the bottom. I can barely make out the light box. Let's go ahead and smell, see if we get any more of that Centennial. So maybe some citrus, maybe some grapefruit, or bitterness from the peel or something. A little bit of sweetness, but I think this one has more bitterness and more citrus in it. It's almost like a candied sweetness, like sweet malt citrus in there. And it's very low. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought putting that 60-minute addition was really going to bring that out, but I do believe this beer and the last beer I have said that I can smell like it's bitter, and I think that is because you're leaving those First Wort hops in there through the whole entire boil. Let's go ahead and taste, see what we get. More citrus up front, a little bit of sweet malt, bitterness in the back, more of a rind bitterness. Aftertaste, is like a sweet citrus bitterness. But I have to say, I think the flavors are more pronounced in this beer than in, say, batch number 2 that used the same exact hop schedule, just that 60-minute went to that first wort hop. Smoother, too. Not getting any alcohol. Yeah, that citrus in the aftertaste now is kind of a grapefruit citrus, but I'm guessing people would just say bitter citrus. I'm just saying it's grapefruit citrus just because I know the Centennial is going to give you grapefruit. So that's why I'm saying that. If I was doing this blind, I would probably say citrus bitterness. Yeah, good. And again, how smooth this beer is, how smoother, less rough the tastes are. It does feel like it's an older or mature tasting beer. And I think we're not going to be able to really see the big difference until we have them all side by side. But I can like taste it. Just like in beer number 8, the tastes that you're getting, the flavors aren't as harsh as the other ones have been. Yeah, it's like everything's almost just mixed together and they just come out instead of just, okay, I'm punching in your face here, I'm punching in your face here, I'm gone. So, yeah, I think this is good. I want to see the next two. So, beer 10 is using the end hops of the Cascade and Centennial, and then beer number 11 is also. So, the 60-minute editions will be the Cascade on number 10, then the Centennial on number 11. So, that should show us what maybe the big difference between using more of those late edition hops versus the earlier ones. But yeah, this is, I think it's solid. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just need a little bit more. I was thinking those flavors would come through even more, and it's just nice and mellow. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.